I'm into sports. Anybody into sports, right? I actually live in deception that I actually believe that I could play basketball. I'm really deceived because I actually believe I could play it today, and I talk a bigger game, and I really could never really play basketball. I just needed to make myself feel better, and so I would challenge, middle schoolers as a 21-year-old, and I just take them to the rack. Bam, right? But in sports, you see somebody, and you just say, Kobe is built different. He was just built different. For some of you old school people, Wilt Chamberlain was built different. That, like, whoever your favorite athlete is, you don't know how to say it, so you say it, is that there's a quality, there's a distinction. They are not just the norm. And so this idiom is that, man, they're just built different. Like, companies are built different. Like, Meta's built different. Amazon is built different. It's companies that defy the norm. Think about that when someone or an organization defies the norm, we say, man, they're built different. Why? Because average is everywhere. And when somebody begins to stand up, come on, help me preach, and stand out, we recognize, wait a second, there is a characteristic, there is something about them that is different. They are built different. So we have that in athletics. We have that in entertainment. We have that at restaurants. We have that in every sphere of culture. But I want to tell you that phrase also applies to people that are followers of Jesus. That Jesus is telling his disciples in Acts chapter 1, verses 4 through 8, I want to let you know something. You're not going to be like everybody else. You're not called to blend in. You're not called to be average. You're not called just to be bland, but rather he is telling you and me in the 2025 in which we're living in, that we could be men and women, come on somebody, that are built different. No, I want to preach myself happy right now. When you go into the universities, yes, you're in those classes, but there is something different about you when you are a follower of Jesus. And they may not be able to put their finger on it, they can't articulate it, but inside of them, they say, oh man, that young woman, she's built different. That young man is built different. They're not swayed by what culture is saying. They're not swayed by popular opinion. They have convictions that are deeper than you know. I'm going to challenge some people right now. If you are built different, do you live different? I'm going to preach myself right now. Because if I believe that I am built different, if I believe that, listen to me, I'm not just natural, but when I say yes to Jesus, there is something that happens to me and it happens to you. And this, for some of you, you've heard this maybe for the first time, but Benny Perez is not just a natural individual. I am supernatural in nature. How can you say that? That's heretical. No, it's not. Because the same Spirit that raised Christ Jesus from the dead, it's the same Spirit that lives within me and lives within you. If you know what I'm talking about, give God a 5-second hand clap, because you're not normal. The whole thing about the Spirit of God and the fresh wind is God telling his disciples, guys, that you must understand, men, women, you must understand that you are built different. I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about what you learned growing up. I'm not talking about going to church to check in and check out and you did your religious thing. No, I want to talk to some people that recognize recognize that this is not a religion, but rather it is an alive relationship with the risen one, and his name is Jesus. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Does anybody know the Jesus I'm talking about? Oh, I'm talking about the one that multiplied 5 loaves, come on somebody, and 2 fish. I'm talking about the Jesus that cast out 2,000 demons from the Gadarene demoniac. I'm talking about a Jesus that said storms, wind, waves, you be still. I'm talking about a Jesus that said move that stone. Lazarus, I want you to, I'm talking about the powerful, omnipotent, glorious, risen King. Do you know who I'm talking about? His name is Jesus.